If you're a member of one of these teams that you see on the banner here, a public safety team or emergency response team, or you want a piece of equipment that is extremely well made and extremely durable, then you're going to be interested in the Zeagle 911. This is a back inflate BC. It has a lift capacity of 65 pounds. Now, it's set up like you see it as I guess you could call it a jacket style BC, but it really is, the wing is shaped as a horseshoe or a U-shaped wing. It's not a donut. It has a lot of construction details, things like reflective pieces on a lot of it. The trim that you see around and about, as a matter of fact, you can see some of that reflecting in the light here. A lot of this is really, really good stuff for the public safety teams out there. One of the other things you're going to notice about it is that this unit utilizes the Zeagle Ripcord system. If you're not familiar with that, basically what it does, it allows you to grab the T-handle. It's kind of like a parachute. Grab the T-handle and pull the T-handle, and it is connected to a piece of very thin line that runs through the BC and around to the other side. And what would happen would be your weights, not the weight pockets, because there's not necessarily weight pockets in here. If you were trying to control your ascent or your buoyancy with your left hand, you could reach across and release your weights single-handedly instead of having to do this sort of thing. So it allows you to control your buoyancy very well during an emergency. I'm going to point out the fact it's got a full-size inflator-deflator. Some of the BCs out there have these little compact inflators, and if you're wearing gloves, you would find it much easier to utilize this style inflator versus one of the little compacts. It has 4 D-rings here in the shoulders for attachment points. You also have 2 D-rings, one on each side of the bolster. Now again, it's a back inflate, so the bolsters are not going to inflate. It has weight pockets, one on each side for the front, and these front weight pockets are capable of handling the combination of them up to 35 pounds. And then it's also got a separate zipper pocket here for storage, like if you needed to carry maybe a pair of EMT shears or something like that, you'd have the ability to store those here. One of the things on the bolsters you'll notice is they're fairly tall, which really allows the BC to hug you. There's not a cummerbund per se in this. Now these tall bolsters here are somewhat reminiscent of Zeagle's Xena, and the ladies out there know exactly what I'm talking about, how nicely that fits. You've got 2 straps, belly straps that go across here, separately adjustable, so it makes it extremely comfortable. And Zeagle calls it a personal fit system. And then you've got, like I said, you've got 2 D-rings here, and then Zeagle has what they call a saddle crotch strap system. And what they're saying is, if you look right here, you see the saddle. It disconnects here, disconnects over here. So it gives you like a harness system that really is something a lot of these public safety teams utilize. You have large adjusters here, pinch, detach on the shoulders. There's a couple of points up here where you could attach a knife or a strap cutter if you wanted to. Now on the back, there's some pretty big trim pockets. I'm gonna flip it around in a second so you can see it. There's some pretty big trim pockets that are capable of 20 pounds. So you've got 35 up front and 20 on the back. That's some pretty strong weight especially if you're dealing with the situation of having maybe a hazmat suit that you're wearing or some type of dry suit, and you need a lot of weight. Maybe you got a lot of fluffy underwear on, so you have a lot of weight capacity with this system. And like I said, 65-pound lift bladder. So let's turn it around and take a quick look at the back. All right, back here on the back, you'll see we've got our left shoulder pull dump. This is not an elbow, so you do have the ability to dump off the shoulder of the BC bladder. It has a handle here that serves as a valve strap and also a handle for moving the unit around. It has 2 tank straps, and it has the rubber pad in here, friction pad in here, and you can see these large weight pockets right here. Now these weight pockets have a zipper on them, which is really nice. The wearer could release these, so it would pull down, drop out of the bottom like you see many of the units do out there with some of the front drop pockets. A big red T-handle like you see. Now, what's also unique about that is you could put a plate in here. I think you can see it's got the grommet holes. You see one right there. There's also one down here at the bottom. So you could take these single tank straps off and you could put a set of doubles on here if you wanted to do that, or you could put a plate in here and utilize it that way. So it gives you a lot of customability depending on how your public safety team operates. I'll just be straightforward with you. This unit is not that expensive, even though it's extremely high quality and has a lot of capabilities, but it's very, very affordable. I'll put a link down below in the description so you can find it down there. So that's a look at the Zeagle 911 BCD. If you folks are putting together your own public safety team or emergency response team, this is a good buy. One of the benefits is that this unit, you do not have to be a part of a public safety team to buy this BC. So if you wanted just a super robust BC that really gives you a lot of benefits, this is it. This is it. So again, I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Appreciate you watching. Dive safe out there. Hope to see you again soon. Hit that subscribe button down there. Appreciate it.